What's up, everybody? Today is another Cosplay Thursday, and I've got something for you guys today that's really simple. It's a really simple print, and you guys can print it in just a short period of time, paint it in a short period of time. It was really fun to do. I'm not lighting up this back here because I'm going to end up turning out the lights so I can really show you this. I printed Green Lantern's lantern. Now, this isn't the Green Lantern from the movie with Ryan Reynolds. This is kind of the classical Green Lantern from the comics, and I think it might be modeled after the limited edition Green Lantern that DC sold for a while as a toy or something. But it's a great little prop, a great little piece, and you can actually turn it into a working lantern. So I'm just going to show you guys this real quick around. Real simple shapes and stuff, and I did a little bit different. I know the original model calls for this piece to be clear and then the lighting to be on the inside, but I wanted it to be like a real flashlight or a real lamp and really take advantage of this coned area. So I put the LEDs into this. I took the original part that they made is for clear PLA, and I put holes, 10mm holes that are the size of LED lights, and just kind of glued the LEDs in there. And then I'll show you the system on the inside and stuff. And this whole time I'll be showing you guys pictures. I'm just going to make this one video because it was such an easy build that I'm going to be showing you pictures and things like that of the build while I'm showing you this whenever I'm talking about a specific part. If I have a video on it, I'll probably show that or something. So each side has 5 LEDs in it, and then I glued this part, and this part in. All these are push in and twist. Okay, so here's all the pieces. This isn't the greatest print in the world, but it's a pretty cool little puzzle piece thing to put together. The problem with the print itself is it's real thin in certain areas. Like this, you can push down in here and it's fine. But then there's a spot right there. You can see that pushes in super easy. And there's another spot. I don't know, the walls are just real thin, and you can find spots on here that are thin on these pieces here. But the pieces are, I'm not taking this out, but there's 2 of these. I'm just going to show you the assembly because I couldn't get one of the supports out, and so I kind of jammed this in, and I really can't get it out, and that part up here is so thin right next to it that if I put any stress on that, I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. So I'm just gonna leave that one in for now. So I'm just gonna kind of put this together for you guys and show you. On this, I'm just gonna put a little bit of super glue. I don't think you need much. I debated on sanding and puttying all these separately, all these pieces, but I think as one big piece I'm going to use less putty in the end. So I'm doing it this way. I'm gluing it all together as one piece, and then I'm going to end up sanding it and stuff. I don't know, it might be easier, but I'm just going to do it this way. One of these pieces here, these are the tops and bottoms, these 2 pieces here, and one of them is tight. That's the side that had the supports that I had to get out. That one's tight, and then the other one is just way too loose. So you can see in the top, it just slides real easy. So I'm going to glue that one in for sure, but I need one of them to be easy access because I've got lights that are going to go in this, so I don't want to put this whole thing together right away. So I'm going to just to make sure that this one that falls off real easy stays in, I'm going to put some just spots of glue, basically not gluing the whole entire thing, but just some spots. There we go. And then I'm going to make that the bottom piece. So then you have that. Before I put this top piece on, this one will be where my access point is to get into the lights. I'll show you on the inside of these. They give you these circular pieces meant to be like a clear. It's real super thin, meant to be printed in clear, but I went ahead and printed it in black, and I went into Tinkercad and I put these 10mm holes in it because 10mm fits these small LEDs really perfectly. And so basically you can just pass these through, and this is the perfect size to fit a battery pack into. So you can just pass those through, and there's plenty on the inside, and then those will be on the end there. But it's got a little spot on the inside that this fits into. The only problem is it's so thin that it doesn't really pop in there or anything, and it can fall right back out. I'm not going to glue that until this is done and ready to be lit up and stuff. So I'm going to keep these two separately. They go into each end. You know, each one will have one. And that way only the lamp part here and here light up, and the inside doesn't. Because I could put the lights just on the inside here, but then that's going to take away from the LEDs, and the ends aren't going to be as bright, because these pieces here are all the way through. So when you stick this in, and the top pieces are the Green Lantern emblems here, so these just fit right into the top, just like that. So you can see if I put it in the middle, light would be shining out of the top too, but the Green Lantern only shines out of these sides. So hence the black background and the lights coming through the black pieces. That way the light doesn't go on the inside. And then I can put maybe a white LED on the inside underneath these rather than green, because this is actually going to be green when it's done painted and puttied and stuff. So alright, then the handle. The handle is these pieces here. It's one file, so they're the same thing. You just print two of them. And then there's this here, which is two different files, split right here. Again, super thin, super thin. I was trying to take the supports out, and it busted that whole thing. It has a piece that comes up, and then this side has a hole in it, and then they connect together, but I had to super glue it, and now it looks all funky. You know, it doesn't have a perfectly rounded look to it. So I'm gonna have to putty the hell out of that and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of this handle at all, but it's probably gonna do the job. These pieces here, again, I'm just gonna super glue gel, and I'm gonna slide it and circulate it at the same time. That way I can spread that glue out while I'm trying to push that in. And this is a perfect fit, so I mean, gotta make sure it doesn't go any crooked. There we go. And it can. And these are so thin that, well, that'll just have to be a little bit off. You don't need any instant activator or anything like that, because this stuff sets super quick. If you go in at the wrong angle, and this is the problem with it being thin, you don't want to bust it. Using too much force can. There we go. I think this whole thing was made in Tinkercad, and to be honest with you, you can look at my Tinkercad and I'll show it right up in the corner. I started making this in Tinkercad myself just because I looked at all the parts to it, and I was like, man, this is just basic shapes and it's real easy to do. And so I was going through Tinkercad and just basically making the exact same print, and it took me about 30 minutes to model that all out. It doesn't have any of the connectors, like the twisting connector parts to it. I mean, all that stuff's super easy to do. I just haven't done it yet, but all the basic shapes and everything that this thing is, I made them really, really fast. So it doesn't take any time to do that. There we go. That part to go in just a little bit more. It sticks out just a little bit more than that side. That's alright, no worries. Yeah, then you can pick it up. So, easy access point here for the battery pack, and lighting and stuff. So this right here will be a model that I work on separately in putty. I'm going to go ahead and stick the light parts in just so you guys can see it. And that'll go in like that. And if you want me to make these LED lenses available on Tinkercad, or on not on Tinkercad, but on Thingiverse, just let me know and I'll put them on there. I'll do a little bit of a remix, but these just fit perfectly in here like I showed you just a little bit ago. Just go right in like that. Every one of these things, it's just a ball, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, and 9 pieces. But it doesn't take long to print it all. I made sure and didn't print this one, or I made sure and didn't glue this one in. It still does the whole twist and pull, so you can kind of see the design there in the top. That way I could put the battery pack in. It just kind of goes on and twists, and then it stays on pretty good. And it's got the Green Lantern sign on the top. I put it at kind of a slant, and then the bottom, you know, didn't worry about straightening them up or anything. Just wanted them to be kind of just off, you know. But this does have the same type of battery packs that I've been using for the Iron Man. In fact, you can see the Iron Man arc reactor back here has an open battery pack because I stole the batteries out and then went and recharged them. 5800 milliamp per hour, 3.7 volt batteries, 2 of those. And this makes these lights bright. You can see it's just a simple twist the wires and hook it up to the battery pack. It's just that simple. And it all fits in here. You can see inside is completely hollowed out, so plenty of room. And it's just got an on and off switch up here. So you just turn it on, drop that back in there, put that top back on, and you've got a bright Green Lantern lamp. And this thing is super bright, even in real life. Look behind me, and this is with the lights on and everything. You can see it going across the prints behind me and stuff. So it actually, because of the way that it's coned and the way that it's set up, it actually works as like a spotlight. You see that as the circle, and you can see, let's put my hand in it kind of. I'll probably be better over here. What? So I'm going to turn this light up. Just show you. This thing is bright. I actually, in the middle of the night last night, I went out to my garage, and my house doesn't have any street lights and stuff by it. It's pitch black when all the lights are out. And I actually took this out to my garage to go look for something to use as an actual lamp, because I wanted it to function both ways. Not just as a prop, but I want something that I can actually use as a lamp if I need to. And it's got a huge, gigantic spotlight to it. The spotlight goes for a long time. I mean, it goes so long that it gets really freaking big. It just follows that design out and gets bigger and bigger as it goes, the further it goes. These LEDs are powered so bright that it has a gigantic spotlight, and you can see for a long time. And it's green. It's a green light, but you can still see really good with the green light. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm debating on putting some white lights in here as well, because I have plenty of room around the outside. I'll show you guys this. I have plenty of room for white lights. Here, 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 and here. And I'm thinking about putting the white lights in, and then hooking it up, and then getting a dual switch for both of them, so I can switch it from green to white, and I can use this as a white lamp and as a lamp with the green in it, because you can still see everything perfectly with the green, but the white would, I think it would light up an entire room, to be honest with you. So This is a pretty awesome lamp. Real simple. Like I said, real simple lamp. I'll get real close. All I did is printed it. I put Bondo putty all over it. Did a real simple sand down. Didn't do any wet sanding to this. Sanded the Bondo down. Kind of sanded the Bondo a little too much so you can still see some of the 3D print lines, but not near as bad as it was. And then I just took green, the same green that I painted, the same dark green that I put on this part of the Boba Fett helmet. I had left over, and I ended up using it on the Green Lantern. And I only put 2 coats on, so it's really not all that much. Real simple build, took no time at all. In fact, I was gonna show the red Power Ranger helmet today, but there's a few things that I still want to do to the red Power Ranger helmet. I didn't want to rush it. I could have showed it today, but I didn't want to rush it. I almost had it finished last night, and then I realized a few things that I was like, you know what, I really want to take my time on these parts. And I've been working on that one for quite a while now, and I started this, and within a few days I had it completely done. So if you want a large size print that's got dual use and still has a good cosplay comic feel to it, it's got that classic Green Lantern feel, this is perfect for you. They also have the Ryan Reynolds movie style lamp on Thingiverse. I'm not going to leave the link for that in the description, but you can definitely go and look for it. Just look up Green Lantern Lantern. And I debated it, getting some clear PLA and just building that and just using the light on the inside, and then maybe highlighting some greens around the lamp, but just making it to where the whole thing was bright and stuff. But I've seen this one. I just love the classic look to it, and even if people don't know that it's a Green Lantern lantern, it just looks like a lantern, like an old classic lantern. I just dig it. I do. Now that I have this Green Lantern, let me turn it on. Bing! Charged up my ring! God, I've had this ring for so long and I've never had a lantern. So, Green Lantern is one of my favorite characters of all time. And I thought, now I know that there's a lot of cosplay nerds out there, and there's a lot of people who are movie nerds and stuff out there, and a lot of people didn't like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. And I will have to say, as a Green Lantern fanboy myself, I actually like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern more than I like the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. I really like the Green Lantern movie. I did. And I was so bummed that nobody else liked it. And I was so, because at the end it shows old dude putting on the yellow ring and going all yellow, and just complete cliffhanger, and then a second movie never came of it. So it kind of sucks. And that's the only Green Lantern movies we've gotten. Green Lantern was in the Justice stuff, and I was hoping Justice League 2 would have the Green Lantern in it, since they showed the Green Lantern, one of the Green Lanterns, in the first Justice League. You know, when it first shows Steppenwolf fighting Steppenwolf. Spoiler alert. It shows one of the Green Lanterns get killed and his ring comes off and goes flying. And when I went and saw that movie, I was like, oh yes. And then there's people teasing, you know, making predictions about the movie, and it shows Alfred there, and he's got his glasses, and you see this green light on the back, and he says, like, finally you're here, or something like that. And everybody was kind of teasing, thinking that the Green Lantern was actually going to be in the movie, and they just weren't showing it, kind of like how they never showed Spider-Man in the Civil War trailers, but they left the spots where he was supposed to be in open, and then filled those spots in with Spider-Man in the movie itself, just to, you know, everybody knew Spider-Man was going to be in it, I think, after a certain period of time. But a lot of people thought that they were keeping the Green Lantern secret, and then that he was just going to come in the movie, and when he never did, I was so bummed about it, because I think we need a new Green Lantern movie. DC, we need a new Green Lantern movie, and if you do it right, people will appreciate it. People love the Hal Jordan storyline. Dang it. Anyways, that's my print for today, this Thursday. The Green Lantern Lantern. Classic Green Lantern Lantern. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you think I should have built the one from the Ryan Reynolds movie, or if you think I should eventually build that one, if you like my idea about doing the clear PLA and just doing mostly the lights on the inside. Let me know in the comments what you think. I love this thing. I really do. Anyways, my name is Bryson Michael RC, hit that notification button. Every single Thursday we've got a new cosplay coming out, 3D printed cosplay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Leave me a comment if you guys would like. Hit that like button. Let me know how I'm doing. We'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one.
Get that in my face.
Woo.
You nearly blinded me.
Woo. Woo. Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing. Rah. Rah.